Okay, I feel like me and Justin are gonna make such a great couple, and I'm just like excited, and I don't think I'm afraid anymore like I was. I maybe just a little bit, but I think we're just gonna get better the more I get comfortable with like talking to him. And I feel like I missed out so much on his life and the sexiest parts of him. That's one of my very favorite looks of Justin Bieber's, is like that blonde hair. I mean, I love him regardless to his hair, to his looks, but that look right there is the sexiest look I've ever seen on him. And I'm just like, damn, I didn't get to see that boy. That, I don't know how old he was, but I still would have dated and banged him for sure. But, in a good way, of course. But I had to be the girl that sits back to be the adult, even if I'm much older than him. Not that much. I mean, I'm 36, he's 30 years old, but at least we're both still in our 30s. And I think having an older woman, a mature woman, is a lot better. Not every girl that's older is mature, just so you know. Like, there are girls that are like in their 40s and still act like children. Like, women that are in their 40s and act like children. You're like, dude, what happened to you? Like, did you not grow up whatsoever? Some people get stuck in their teenage years, like, they never got a chance to be children. They had to be adults as children, and then when it came to them being adults, they started to be kids. I mean, I won't lie, I had my times when I started to play when I was a kid, and it's like I knew for a fact that there were two parts of me. There was a part of me that needed to be an adult, but the inner child in me, oh, excuse me, the inner child in me had to grow up. Like, I mean, had to get. Oh, excuse me. The inner child in me had to play. Like, I had to let my inner child play, and I think that's the case with Justin. I just don't want him to be that little boy that just wants to play mind games with me and then not take things seriously as they need to be. Like, this is a real man. Justin Bieber is not a stupid guy. He has skills. It takes skills to be able to perform the way he performs, to be able to even do choreography is a challenge. It takes hard work and dedication, and it's just a shame to see him with someone that doesn't have that same genuine love that he has for his girl, that he needs. Like, I just see it so shameful. And even if like things change in the future and I end up not, he ends up saying, I don't want to be with you, I mean, at least for me, I put it out there that, hey, you are loved by me. You are so loved by me, and I know you love me, and this relationship is gonna be the best relationship of our lives. And I think it's perfect, and it's always been that way. Like, when I was Mother Earth in my past life, you were, Cain, and you're, my son, and eventually you get to see, and I know I keep bringing it up, but I bring it up because I was older than you even then. I've always been older than you. I've always been more mature than you. And I've always been the one to teach you. It's the reason why it's that way is because you always need someone that's more experienced to help you become the man that you are. You need someone that's going to be a mother figure, a wife. A lot of times when you have a young person as a spouse, they're not mature. They're playful. Like Haley's not mature. Haley didn't even want to have children until, later on. Justin was ready to have kids immediately, and Haley was like, I'm not ready to lose my body. She was busy trying to be a model and enjoying her life and her body, because once you become a parent, you can't be that girl that you ever wanted to be. You're tied up with parenthood and things like that. And for me, I wanted to be a child that's a mother at 16, at 17, and for sure I got pregnant at 17. God answered my prayers, and I got a baby at 18. It wasn't motherhood that made things hard for me necessarily. Like it wasn't my stretch marks that upset me. It was like none of it. Like, motherhood is hard, but I still enjoyed my time with my daughter. I bonded with my daughter, but I was still living that party life. Like, there's times when you're a teenager, you have to get that party life out of you in order for you to actually be a full-time parent, a responsible parent. You have to let go of that stage. Some people don't need that party stage. Like my sister Diana, she never needed that party stage. She was just that girl that she was that girl that was always an adult, but she doesn't have any children. You know what I mean? But me, I just wanted kids from the get-go because I loved being a babysitter. I've always loved it. And I feel like me and Justin both want lots and lots of kids. And we have plans for that. And I think we will be able to have those kids and we'll be able to make it. And I feel like Jehovah is going to find favor in us and do the same thing that he did with Isaac and is it Abraham? Isaac and Abraham, I believe, and allow us to have children in my old age, in our old ages, and we're gonna have many kids, and I'm down for it. Like, I just want to make sure that my body is prepared for it, and I want to make sure that I'm eating healthy so our children can be born healthy. Like, being healthy is not just for us, it's for our kids. Like, when kids are born into this world, in order for them to live healthy, they have to eat healthy, and it starts by creating healthy eating habits. That's why I want my husband to be ready. Being incredible parents and great parents starts by being incredible great people and being thoughtful people and being in love with each other. When we are madly and deeply in love with each other, our children are it's going to affect our children. Our children are going to see that. They're going to be like, wow, this you guys are in love. They're not going to want us to break up. And they're going to see the depth of the connection and how the energy is going to affect them. The importance of two couples not of being in love is because it fills the room with that energy. And the reason why people meet, go to these concerts, is because they get to feel the affection that that person feels, the love, the sensuality, the connection that that person is feeling. Like, even if I'm not on stage with Justin, he's still receiving the love that I'm giving to him from a distance. Even if I wasn't aware that it was him that I was giving it to, I was still sending out love. Even if I was with a different guy that seemed like he was the one, it was to send out love while Justin was in pain, and when Justin was going through whatever. Whoever I was with was meant to send energy out to him so he can have that energy, so he can perform while he's at work. I don't think he understands or knows this. And so for me, if he's with the wrong person, or if he's not in love, or if he's not, and I'm broken, he's not going to send out the right energy to me. It's going to be like, oh, somebody needs to fill this void, so he would do drugs to fill that void. Drugs would be something that will send out love energy or something. But once that all that starts to fail, we start to feel empty, and it's like, oh my god, what are we going to do? I don't feel connected, I don't feel the connection, something is happening. And Justin definitely even communicates to me through that. When I pull back or pull away, he can feel when I'm disconnecting from him. It's like, why do I feel this way? Why am I felt like I just almost had a heart attack and this and that. It's like, well, because we were probably like trying to disconnect each other or something, or trying to, get away from each other or something. And, if we try to do that, that's when we're going to feel that discomfort, because we're doing something that's out of line, like something that we're not supposed to be doing, trying to do something that's out of the will of God, when God already put us together and connected us together, saying that we are supposed to be the ones that we're going to be together in holy matrimony. And so hold on. God, my sinuses are like killing me. Makes me feel like I'm exaggerating my English accent. Oh my god. Oh, so happy. Okay, so it's like, but at the same time, like, I don't want to wait until everything is perfect for me and him to be together. I want us to learn how to work things out when times get hard. I think that's why it's important not to hide. But the way the stuff that I've been going through is like something that I just couldn't even have someone in the room with me, because it was just like too much energy in the room that feels like it's spirits in here, and so crazy, so weird. But Justin has been an adult. Like, I just see a man, like, even if, like, I think that's what the industry confused him. Even if he was a boy, he has a demeanor of a man. Like, he's smart, he talks, you could tell that what he's saying comes from the heart. You can look at him and know that he has a special significant other already. You can tell that even in his young age he's a man, like even right here, but he's still a boy, but that's why he's so responsible, that he was able to know right from wrong, to know that women, adult women, no matter how beautiful they were not supposed to touch him that way. They were not supposed to throw themselves at him the way that they did. That he wanted to find someone that was safe enough, that was mature enough and responsible enough to protect him. Like, can I trust you with my youth? And it's like, my, that song, My Youth Is Yours. Like, can I trust you with my youth? Can I trust you with myself? Can I trust you with my children? If this is what you're going to do to me, I could never trust you with my kids. You know what I mean? And that's what they did to him. So it's like Hollywood did that. And it's like, what happened? Like, you guys, like I just don't even know where to start from there, where it's like, I feel like me and Justin being together, but he would be mad at me. He's mad at me, and I hope he forgives me. But it's like, where were you? Like, I wish you were here, and I would have been there with you, and I would have held you in the moments and in the during the experience. But it's not me. Like I said, it's up to the people that put you up there, as well as the universe, and as well as God's calling for your life. Like, I was made to be the one to see what their plans were. And unfortunately, Justin was the person that God made strong enough, because God will never give you what you couldn't handle. And a lot of times it's like, even when it feels like it's something that you couldn't handle, it still hurts you. It doesn't mean like you're going to be like, oh, it's good. That's cool. We're good. I can handle this. I can handle this. Yeah, you can't. But are you going to allow yourself to go through it? Or is this what you want? That's not what you want. You don't want people to violate you. You don't want people to disrespect you. Because if they're doing that, if you make them think that it's okay to do that, they're going to do that to your kids. And if Zach is yours, as you say, or whatever, they're going to do that to him. They're going to do that to all, and then Haley is going to allow it. Because if Haley doesn't care about Justin, if Haley doesn't see what happened to Justin and sympathize with him in his youth, she's not going to sympathize with his children. She's always going to have that grudge. She's going to abuse his children. This is why it's so important for you to marry the right person, right? And as long as he has Justin's blood in him, they're all going to be like, oh my God, that's Justin's son. They're going to always, she tried to find a way to stay in Justin's life. And Zach was the point. So the best thing for Justin to do is, if that boy is like really his, as he says, the best thing for him to do is to take custody of his son, right? And in order for you to win over custody over her is by proving that she's been lying, is by proving that you are a much more responsible father. Is that proving, because if you don't take therapy, how are you going to back up your case in court? If you don't prove to court that you've been taking therapy, you're not doing drugs, you're this, you're that, how are you going to win the case? I mean, of course you have the money, you have the upper hand, but you still going to need to have that responsible adult. Maybe you already won the case, but you still need to prove that you're going to be, to them, that you're going to be a much better and much more responsible father than Haley could ever be a mother. Haley lies. And if you cover for her, then you make it unsafe for you and your kids, right? Once you see a person, the universe is already putting you in a position where it's trying to see if you're the liar or Haley's the liar. And we understand people lie to protect themselves, right? But in this case, Haley is lying for all the wrong reasons. Haley is lying that she loves you when she doesn't. This is going to make Haley look successful. This is going to make Haley look like she's a good person. This is going to make Haley get more money, get richer. And the thing that we're trying to avoid is to have the wrong people with wealth. because money is power, and people can use that their power to abuse other people, and no one will ever know. So if you uplift the wrong person, you giving them out as as a lie that this is a person that is good, that is helpful, that is compassionate, and then you look worse. You look like a liar because we all can see that he's lying, that Haley is not that. You know what I mean? So it's coming out with that truth and being honest about it so that you can protect many other people, that are so obsessed with Haley. And nobody's perfect, and of course people, but it's just like, I think she would have been better off. And you can tell that she's lying from the get-go. You know what I mean? You can even sense that. Sometimes the universe will bring the wrong people in your life for the right reasons, doesn't mean it's the right person. And so I just want to encourage you to fuck, my sinuses are bad. I just want to encourage you to always just do your best to be honest about, because you're talking to your twin, and if you're gonna lie to me, and it's like, I'm like, this is just so unfair. Like, I guess it's not our time, right? And I don't want to die. I don't want to go through life without you anymore. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. Because one thing is, when twins are not mature, they like to put themselves through. I wouldn't put. I have too much God in me for me to play those games. I'm a mature adult. I've grown up, and I'm not gonna play games with you. When it seems like I'm playing games, I'm really not playing games. I'm just trying to make things work. All right, guys, that's all for today. Bless your hearts. Toodles.